Yes, everyone, welcome back to another show on the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. Smash the like button, make sure you're subscribing, take a seat, get your coffee, get your drinks, get your snacks, because we're going to be live for a bit. We're talking the game tonight against Barnsley, and we're also talking shock horror, Marc Guehi again, because every time I go live, there's always a bit of news around Marc Guehi. And obviously, yeah, we're trying to keep everyone up to date with the Marc Guehi situation and story. If you can hear me, smash up the like button and so yeah, bless up to everybody in the building. Bless up everybody in the building. Big up to Jacob in the house. We got Catalan in here, PL Champs. Big up to John in here as well. So everyone's doing well, man. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll start off with Marc Guehi himself, and then we'll move on to the Barnsley game tonight, which is very interesting because I'm very intrigued for this game because based off the lineup that Arne Slot could potentially go with, and I'm very intrigued to see what Mr. Slot does with the game tonight. Is he going to go full strength? Is he actually going to take an FA Cup seriously? Because last year he didn't, and he didn't take it seriously in against Crystal Palace in the League Cup. So let's see if this guy will actually take a cup competition seriously and try and win a trophy, because this is one of the trophies that we actually can win. We're not going to win the Premier League. We're not going to be defending our Premier League title. So try and get me to a day out at Wembley and try and make me see us win the famous old FA Cup. So big up to everybody, man. 14 of you already in the building. And yeah, Lemon, let's try and get those likes up to 20 if we can. But this is coming from Fabrizio Romano. This was late last night. That if Marc Guehi decides to accept Man City prepared to make an agreement with Crystal Palace, it's very much looking from doing the rounds that Manchester City, oh, you're joking me. Lewis Steele's reported that maybe Slot might be given another season. Oh god, this is what I told people, man. I told people to go onto Amazon. I told people to get their seatbelts because you're gonna need them. You know, it's gonna be a bumpy ride, man. Like, people thought I was chatting bollocks about all this and that. So yeah, I mean, this is just. Is he actually said this? Oh, I beg he actually hasn't. Has he actually said this? Um, you'll have to. I'm not seeing anything on Twitter about it, but if he does get given another season, I'm genuinely. Oh man, I've said it even myself, man. And you know what? If Arnold Slot even won me the FA Cup, I'd still sack him because I'm sorry. There's gonna be a manager merry-go-round this year, a bit like the strikers in the summer. And I believe a Luis Enrique, a Jabi Alonso, or anyone will be available. So I'm sorry. And they're all better managers than Mr. Slot. So, yeah. Cheers. But reports in Spain, Trent is unhappy. Oh, shame on him. Grass ain't greener, is it? We told him this. He didn't want to listen, did he? So, yeah, he can hold that. But chat, this is what it's looking like with Marc Guehi, right? That Man City are looking to probably push for an agreement. And there is reports that Marc Guehi would prefer a move to Liverpool. But the thing is, Liverpool aren't in for him right now. That's the difference. Liverpool are not in for Marc Guehi as of right now. They are looking to make a deal come the summer, which is an absolute shock or a massive risk. This is coming from Miguel, that breaking Manchester City are intent pursuing both Marc Guehi and Crystal Palace to do a deal this month and prepared to match other offers, having already engaged in talks over a potential deal. The 25-year-old is open to a move. So it's looking like Guehi would even be potentially open to a move, despite preferring a move to Liverpool. But this is big, man. This is absolutely big because if we lose out on Marc Guehi, for me, it just shows the intent of the football club. January transfer windows for me. I've always said this about January transfer windows. January transfer windows are for clubs that have either had massive injuries to various positions, or ultimately didn't do the business they were supposed to do in the summer. And I think we're all in agreement that the business that we did in the summer was very, very good. Like, I'm not gonna take back my opinions. Like, I was gassed that we signed Isaac Ekatike, Bertz, at the time Kirkes, Frimpong, good squad addition player, Mamadashvili, future planning of Allison, and obviously Leone, good potential centre back in him. So I'm not gonna go back on my opinions. But what I am going to say is, if we lose out to Marc Guehi, it shows me the true intent of this football club. If Crystal Palace are offering too much, and it's to the point where it's not really feasible, it's not really a deal to be worth to be doing, I can understand. So let's say, for example, Crystal Palace are saying, look, you want Marc Guehi, but you're going to have to pay 40 plus million quid. I can understand Liverpool maybe wait until the summer to try and get on a free transfer, because 40 million is a lot of money for a player that's got 6 months left. And I think Mark Guehi is a very good centre back, but Mark Guehi isn't a top 5 centre back in the world. Mark Guehi isn't prime Virgil van Dijk. Mark Guehi isn't Koulibaly of 2019. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I don't know why I mentioned Koulibaly. I remember when we was linked to him, man. If we actually just signed Koulibaly, imagine prime Koulibaly and prime Virgil van Dijk. Oh my god. We genuinely would have won the lot. But it is very much looking that Manchester City are going to be trying to do a deal with Guehi. And I said this week is going to be absolutely massive in terms of the pursuit, in terms of a deal within that regards. I can personally see a situation where Guehi really does end up at Manchester City this month. Maybe Liverpool are going to do a Luis Diaz all over again, run back the years, and let's say Man City do place in a bid or do get to advanced talks. Liverpool decide to, what, come to the table and think, what, sod this, we need to get him. I think it really does depend on how highly Mark Guehi is on their centre back shortlist. Do they have the likes of Schlotterbeck above him? Do they have other centre backs above him? If that's the case, then yeah, don't spend the 40 million quid. But if Mark Guehi is your first choice centre back, you pay what it takes. So there's only two things here where Liverpool don't do a deal. One, how highly is he rated on your centre back shortlist, and two, how much are Crystal Palace offering? Because if they're saying you get Guehi, but it's 40 million quid, is 40 million quid plus worth it for a centre back that's got less than 6 months left, and he's not your top priority? Because let's not forget, our first choice centre back was Dean Oyston that we mentioned yesterday on yesterday's show. So it depends on how you look at it from both situations. And obviously Fabrizio confirming this, that if basically Mark Guehi basically says yes to Man City are going to go all in, and Man City need centre backs. Big up to Wesley in the chat. Man City does need centre back because Stones, Ruben Diaz. I've said this about Ruben Diaz for time. Yeah, I think Diaz is an okay centre back. But I genuinely think he's one of the most overrated centre backs over the past 5 years. I think he had a fantastic first season when he joined Manchester City. In the season where they stole the title back from us. Then they got to the Champions League final that year as well. Yeah, they got to the Champions League final that year, didn't they? and also lost the FA Cup final to Leicester, which we almost did a treble. They actually almost did back-to-back trebles, really, didn't they? I thought Ruben Diaz was very good that first year, and I will be honest, I know he's had injuries and stuff, but I think he's overrated to fuck. I don't think he's even their best centre-back. I personally have, when he's at it and at his best, I think Gavardio's better than him. I think John Stones is better than him, obviously, but John Stones has injury problems. And then you look, Guehi's going to have to weigh up the options. He's got the pick of the pile at his feet, hasn't he? Real Madrid, they need centre backs. Will get interested? We know that Real Madrid have had some interest in him for a bit as well. They need centre backs. You know, Rudiger's going to be leaving. Eder Militao's legs are made of cheese. Alaba he's a granddad now. And then you look at Bayern Munich. Upamecano looks like he's going to sign a new contract, but Kim looks like he'll be moved on. Their centre back depth isn't too fantastically great. You look at Arsenal, who's obviously interested in as well. I think the only reason you go to Arsenal if there is a chance of Gabriel or Saliba leaving this summer. And I think both of them did sign respected deals, if I'm correct. Wesley's in the chat. Wesley, did Gabriel and Saliba sign deals? You're gonna have to let me know. I can't remember because I'm not an Arsenal fan, but if they did, then it's then that's interesting, isn't it? Because we know Real Madrid do want Saliba, so he's got the pick of the pile. He's got what 3 clubs from England. He's gonna have a couple of clubs abroad. Barcelona, I won't be surprised. Catalan's in the chat. You might be able to say something on this, but they might be interested too. So Man City mean business, man. Man City looks like they're the only club that's going to be trying to get him in the summer. Everyone else is trying to get him on a free. I think Manchester United will try, despite I don't think they've really got a chance compared to the other clubs. If Guehi has any ambitions, he won't go to Manchester United. Who else could be interested? Maybe Chelsea. They've got centre back issues as well. Tottenham, I think they can try, but Tottenham, you might as well just not even try, to be honest with you, because Guehi's literally going to pick every single club over you. I think Marc Guehi would even pick like an Aston Villa. I think Marc Guehi would even pick a Newcastle. Newcastle could be interesting because I know they've had a lot of interest. So you're going to have 7 or 8 clubs that's going to be interesting. And this is the risk that Liverpool are playing. This is the risk, and this is why I'm a bit not scared, but this is the risk that Liverpool Football Club are playing, because ultimately you're going to be competing with 7, 8 clubs for the signature of Guehi. The one thing that you have over every single club is that you've had long-standing interest, you've had regular chats with the player, and you've also done a deal with the club in previous past. Marc Guehi was literally walking around in a Liverpool fucking tracksuit. He was literally wearing the Liverpool Adidas tracksuit. He completed the medical. If you go onto YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you can type in Marc Guehi goodbye video. He did a goodbye video. The video got leaked. And ultimately, he was going to be a Liverpool player. Then obviously Glasner, absolute div, pulled the plug on it and the whole thing collapsed. And obviously basically said, if you go through with this now, I'm literally going to walk away. And now it's coming out that now it's coming out Glasner's leaving. Glasner's literally a proper see you next Tuesday. I have no time for him. Honestly, if Glasner was to somehow become Liverpool manager, I will literally do a Dominus and say Glasner out. One, I don't rate Glasner. I think he's a fucking scumbag. I don't care. I really don't care. Bob him, man. Let me read up the chat messages, man, because they're all piling up. So smash up the like button, chat. Make sure you subscribe, and we're 6 subs away from 2,560, man. Bless up to every single one of you. Big up to yourself. Guehi going to City, IMO, champions again, LA. Ajax Barca won the cup, didn't they? Big up Reacts. Trent was crying last night. He can hold that, man. Trent picking up a silver medal in that. Apparently, we're going full strength tonight. We're going to chat about the game later on, my mate. Slot taking it seriously for once. Yeah, man. Big up to Daz. Big up to Jordan. Big up to John. Can see Trent joining City. I won't be surprised, to be honest with you, because I think he's always had that bit of a connection with like a Pep Guardiola, doesn't he? Big up to CJ. It's just the last week of the window. And the window shuts 3 weeks today, my mate. Why not get Konza? Oh, God. Big up to Wesley in the chat. You honestly need to humble. I see the loss to Barnsley loading for that jammy team you support. Okay, mate. Wesley thought you said Barcelona was going to lose. Madrid is shit. What's going on with Marmouche? What, in terms of Liverpool or Marmouche leaving? You are losing tonight. No need to imagine that your team is going home. Saliba didn't sign a contract. Gabby did. What, Gabby Galash did? Semenyo just scored for City. Yeah, it was not a bad goal, to be fair. In the summer, new deals don't necessarily mean anything. Oh, I know that. Big up to Red Rian. Hope you're doing well. Dean Hoyson is shy. I like Hoyson, you know. His first season is not the club. It's a mess. Hoyson is proper shit. The Lewandowski goal is literally his fault. He splits. I think I can't lie. I still rate Hoyson. They don't want Marmouche. If I can't lie, we should be all over Marmouche because if that's the deal, that's possible. Why didn't Martin Lacia card the other night? He did get a booking, but listen, I don't want to talk anymore about the Martinelli situation because I'd end up saying something in it. But so you're telling me Saliba and Thingy did not sign contract? Arsenal. I swear they both signed contracts. Because I know Saliba was 2027. Saliba did. Because it was 2027 before. Yeah, he signed a new contract. Look. Signed. What about Gabriel Magalhaes? Yeah, he signed as well. He needs to sack his agent. How is Martinelli and Ben White and Trossard all earning more than Jokeres as well? And Odegaard. Gabriel Magalhaes should be the top earner at Arsenal Football Club alongside with Declan Rice. Like, best centre back in the world right now. How is he not earning top dollar? Mad. Absolutely mad, if you ask me. But no, this Guehi situation is definitely going to be interesting, isn't it? You know, and like I said, I think it just ultimately depends on how much Liverpool wants to play. You know, how much do they want to pay? I think if Guehi is available for 30 to 42 million quid and Liverpool aren't there, then that's on us as a club. But if Crystal Palace are to be confirming that they want 40 million, which we had a deal for 35 million, how the fuck does that even make sense? How the hell do you get a deal for cheaper with a year to go, but you have to pay more with 6 months to go? I get it's January and that. You're at the FA Cup. Sorry, where are Crystal Palace in the Premier League? Crystal Palace. Let's have a look. Where are they sat in the Premier League? Come on, man. They're back in their 13th role. I know they're 5 points off European football. They're at the Cups. They've only got Conference League to play for. Conference League table, yeah? Where's Crystal Palace in the Conference League? Oh, bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What an absolute tit. Don't know what you're on about. Saliba signed a 5-year deal. Big up to Cop 5. You're doing well, my friend. Saliba signed a 5-year deal. Yeah, and Gabriel Magalhaes signed a new contract, didn't they? So I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with both of them. Because if you're, like I said, with Marc Guehi, no offense, are you better than Saliba? No. Are you better than Gabriel Magalhaes? Nope. So you're not even going to start for them. Are you going to start at right back? No, because you've got Jones in. But are they going to start at left back? Because nope, because they've got Calafiori and they've got Lewis Skelly there as well too. So ultimately, you're not even going to be a first team starter. You're not even going to be a first team starter. So if you're Marc Guehi, why would you go to Arsenal? Because you're not even going to start for them. You start for Real Madrid. You start for Bayern Munich if Kim Min-jae leaves. You start for Liverpool, in my opinion. You start for Manchester City because with the injuries that they've got right now, and I think he's better than all their centre backs maybe Gavardio, but I think you'll probably edge Guehi better than Gavardio. Name me a team where Guehi doesn't start at, barring Arsenal. So why would you go to Arsenal? I think some dude on Sky was saying, I think he's going to end up at Arsenal, mate. Why would he go Arsenal? I genuinely don't know why he would go Arsenal. By the way, I've just seen this. Lucas Patricar has reached an agreement with Flamengo on personal terms. Why would you? Oh God, some players. But if you're Marc Guehi, why would you go? Why would you want to go to Arsenal? And this, I mean this with all due respect to the Arsenal fans in the chat. It's not a diss at your club. It's to show that you've actually got good centre backs. Why would you want to go there? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But look, like I said on the Liverpool situation, again, Crystal Palace and Marc Guehi, he would prefer move to Liverpool over Manchester City. He'll be a free agent in the summer, but could leave in January for a free. Despite City's interest, Guehi wants Liverpool. Anfield officials are said to welcome to this development. I mean, look, if he prefers a Liverpool move, and I believe Marc Guehi is a man of God. I think Marc Guehi is a man of principles. I think Marc Guehi is a man of himself. If he has any intent, he'll stick to his word and join Liverpool ultimately in the summer. Because I do think Liverpool will try and get him in the summer. I do think Liverpool will try and do a deal. And if they can, we'll have to wait and see. He's got 6 months left on his contract. So he can legally sign a pre-agreement. He can literally sign a pre-agreement today if he wanted to with Liverpool Football Club, and there's no one anything can do about it. He can sign the agreement now if he wants. So I'm intrigued to see if people are doing any groundwork to get that pre-agreement done. The only way I would be somewhat content and less frustrated that Liverpool don't do business in the summer, in January, is if we sign some players this summer. This summer, we're going to have to go big again. And I mentioned this yesterday. Liverpool Football Club need to spend another 200 million again. We need to spend another 200 million again. Another 200 million. And it's mad to say we spent nearly 500 million. Do you think you could pull off a Pacho deal if Luis Enrique leaves? How long's he got left on his deal? If he's got years and years, that's going to be difficult, I can't lie. I rate Pacho very highly, and I mentioned him on this show. He'll be one of my top 3 centre backs. He's on poor wages, so he's not on 100 grand. He's got 3 years left on his deal. You're probably paying about 100 million plus for him. I think the reason why a Barcola deal. Sorry. Yeah, Patrick's got 3 years. Barcola's got 2. That's why a Barcola deal looks like it's going to be more likely because of that. Trying to look at PSG's players. Who else have they got that? Coutinho, oh God, he's got ages yet. I would take a Fabian Ruiz chat. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Trying to look through PSG's squad. Who would I take on a cheap? Guehi, we ain't getting Guehi. We can quickly, swiftly bin that. Kvaratskhelia has got 3 years. Hakimi's got 4. Yeah, all the players I'd want from PSG have all got high years left, barring Barcola and Pacho. But no, look, if Guehi does prefer to move to Liverpool, I'm hoping he will ultimately stick to his word. Smash up the like button, people. Big up to everyone in the building. We catch up with someone's comments. Watch out Chelsea with Marc Guehi. Yeah, we know Chelsea could very much easily be there. I would genuinely watch out for Real Madrid because I'm looking at the centre back pool this summer in terms of centre backs that are going to be achievable to get. Marc Guehi, he's going to be one of the best ones available. And we know Real Madrid absolutely love a free contract. They love a free deal. I wouldn't be surprised about Barcelona, Canan. You might have to let me know. Will Barcelona be interested in something like that? What's this? He says he wants Arsenal because he can stay in London with his family. He's seen what that did to Eze. He didn't celebrate his goal, and he was chatting to the boys, the Bible boys, in their group chat. Break down what you said. Staying in London, I see what you mean. A lot of players, London is obviously a massive, attractable place for players. And I do think ultimately London does actually play a factor. He can stay in South London, you don't have to you wouldn't have to travel really, would he? Um, Not celebrating a goal against Arsenal, I can't lie, that means absolute fuck all. I've seen players barely celebrate against Liverpool and not been linked to them ever once in our life. It means absolutely nothing. And the same way it did to Eze. I mean, Eze's barely starting games for you. So, yeah, not really, Wesley. Him staying in London doesn't mean anything. He can prepare to move from London in the summer, and Spurs were interested in, but he packed. Exactly. How come there's no VAR in the cup? There's no VAR until the 5th round. I'm reading the chats. Location isn't a factor, though, Wesley. You're saying he wants to stay in London when Spurs wanted him, but he rejected them and prepared to move to Liverpool. He welcome in Spain. He can with Rashi. Do you actually want to keep Rashford at your club? Yo, that miss yesterday at the end of the game was mad. Can't lie. Because this is a Liverpool show, mate. Funny enough. You skipped the explanation I put in for sleep aside in the extension in the summer. That's why Madrid moved on to Canate. Well, look, now they've now moved their attention off Canate. So, yeah. Big up to everyone though in the building. But no, look, with Guehi, we're just gonna have to ultimately wait and see, what is gonna happen there. I don't know. Apparently, João Cancelo is now flying to Barcelona. He's going back to Barca. That is such a weird deal, isn't it? Paquetá, going to Brazil is a weird deal. I like Paquetá as a player. I can't lie, but he does bring baggage, and I think that's one of the reasons as to why, he never really ultimately got the move to Manchester City because he does ultimately bring baggage as a player. And that is the truth. So we'll have to wait and see if there's any more stuff. What's this? Fabrizio Romano an hour ago. Marc Guehi's real intention remains a summer exit rather than in January from Crystal Palace. Liverpool pushing, but Arsenal calling, and Man City want to sign the player in the winter if they can. So yeah, it's looking like Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal's interest is true. I think that's maybe just the agent trying to maybe budge Man to budge a Manchester or a Liverpool to get a deal done for Guehi. And say, look, Liverpool are pushing. How are we pushing if Man City are the only club to sign him this summer? I mean, this window. How can we be pushing? What are we pushing? A fucking Dole's pram? Like, what are we pushing? Oh God. Russia has more as an assistant Isaac Sokama. What has that got to do with anything? I think Guehi stays for a fat signing on fee. If that's the case, Arsenal's getting him. Okay, mate. Okay, mate. That means absolute jack crap. But I won't be surprised if Guehi does wait for signing on fee because that's what a lot of players are do. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Bless up to you in the building. Let me see if there's any more stuff on Marc Guehi. But look, Marc Guehi, it was all in our hands, man. It was so all in our hands. We had the deal done, and then it all collapsed, didn't it? It all collapsed, and man, wow, bro, we definitely need to do something around Marc Guehi, man. We know we need to we need to stop messing about and get this deal done, because ultimately we're playing an absolute massive risky game. And if we miss out on him, the real question is, how highly is Guehi on our transfer list? Again, like I said, if he's top priority, get him in. If he isn't, okay, get him on a free in the summer. Cool. That's what I would ultimately do. And I can see why Man City, the only reason I think Man City are trying right now is because they've got snapback issues. And I think if they bring in a Guehi, I think it massively boosts their hopes of trying to win trophies this season. How is it a disgrace? Big up, mate. Big up to you, and I meant to be doing one with my friends. But Guehi staying in London means absolute jack crap, because he was literally signing that Liverpool fee. So if you're so bothered about staying in London, he first of all wouldn't do anywhere sort of a deal with Liverpool Football Club. He just wouldn't, would he? Liverpool should sign Ruben Neves. I'm a big fan of Ruben Neves. Have been for a long time. I think he's a good player. He's definitely a player I would take on a free transfer. I think every single top club should be interested in him. How old is Ruben Neves, actually? Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves is 20. I think for experience, he brings you quality. He can play in various positions in the midfield. You know, he shouldn't have gone to Al Hilal. No disrespect to Al Hilal in the Saudi league, but like Ruben Neves, I think could have gone to like a Liverpool. I think he could have gone to a Man City and been a good squad option. I think, you know what Ruben Neves would do really well at. I think he'll do really well at Arsenal. I think Ruben Neves would do really well at Arsenal. Like I don't know what it is. I just think someone like an Arsenal, he'll do really well at. With how they set up their midfield and stuff. Um, what for saying what? But no, that I wish we would sign Ruben Neves, but unfortunately we are not being linked with the man. Hopefully. But I guess ultimately we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to ultimately wait and see whether we do. I'm literally reading it, bro. What we're doing now. But chat, we are going to talk about the game tonight, and then I do also want to react to a couple of clips, because Manchester United and Tottenham and Crystal Palace are all out of the FA Cup. So, yeah, man, we're gonna react to some clips of those fans. Well, Pacho, I am pulling up that comment, but I don't know, mate. Pacho, man, I would love Pacho at Liverpool, but like, I think that's going to be a difficult deal. If I'm being truly honest, Antonio Nusa, I like Antonio Nusa, mate. Done a bit more research on him. I like the look of him as a player. My question is back to people that want Antonio Nusa really at the club: is are we bringing in another player? So is our squad players on the left hand side going to be Rio Gamoa, Antonio Nusa, and oh my god, my phone is just belling. Go away. Antonio Nusa, Antonio Nusa, sorry, and Ngamawa and Gakpo. What does that mean for Rio Ngamawa? Because you're bringing in a 20-year-old. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather us bringing in an established 26, 27-year-old left winger. That's why for me, Kvaratskhelia was the perfect one, man. Kvaratskhelia is another player. I think we would have got Kvaratskhelia, and I think he was our first choice. PSG just did too much groundwork, and ultimately we just couldn't do any sort of a deal, and we just fell behind, and PSG was just too far advanced in that deal. I think Kvaratskhelia might have been absolutely sick for us. I think he's an absolute baller, man. And you saw what he did for PSG last season. Played a massive integral role in terms of them winning in terms of them winning the Champions League and winning the 6 trophies they've won over the past year. So, yeah, it is, man, imagine if we actually got it, man. Oh, it was all in our hands. Not really, to be fair, but I guess we'll have to ultimately wait and see. But we are going to talk about the game tonight because I think that's kind of it, really, on Liverpool transfer news. Look, Guehi, we're going to find. I think more news is going to be coming um, throughout the next couple of hours and days because I do think this is going to be an absolutely massive pivotal week in that race for Guehi, and we will be live if there is any updates going on, whether he's going to Manchester City, to Arsenal, whoever. So big up to everybody in the building. We're now going to talk about the game tonight because tonight's game is absolutely massive, in my opinion, for Honor Slots. It's absolutely massive. We are going to talk about the game tonight. I'm going to talk about by my predicted 11. But, on a slot, massive pressure on you tonight, mate. I didn't give a sodding hell if it's Barnsley or bloody not. You have got some massive pressure on you tonight. And obviously, FA Cup game at Anfield, 7:45 kickoff. We will be doing the team news. We will be doing the match reaction as well. And obviously, we take on Barnsley. Now, people may be saying, are you going to twat Barnsley 5-0? Yes, we should be absolutely smoking Barnsley. Yes, I agree. But we've seen big things happen this season. I've seen hammerings at Anfield. I've seen absolute devastating losses, 3-0s, 4-1s. So I'm going to take this game very much with a pinch of salt. Look, my score prediction, I'll let you guys know later in the show. But ultimately, if we lose to Barnsley, yeah, everyone at the club tonight should be sacked. Not the next day, in the fucking tunnel. If we lose tonight to Barnsley in the FA Cup, I don't even want to see a statement. I want to see sacked immediately. You cannot lose to Barnsley in the FA Cup. Oh, even the thought of it. Well, I've been looking at some teams, and these are the predicted 11s for tonight. God, imagine if this team actually lost. So this, and big up to anything Liverpool. This is what they have as the predicted 11. Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robbo, Neoni, Szoboszlai, Jones, Rio, Gakpo, and Chiesa. If that team can't beat Barnsley, then I actually genuinely might have a chance of beating Liverpool myself. I do think you are going to see a strong lineup in various positions, mainly just due to the fact that we don't have the depth. So we have no option but to play the strong players in those positions. Big up to Antico in the chat. We have no option but to play a strong lineup in this team. You know, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Frimpong. Obviously, you know, you look at Liverpool's defensive options, they only have 2 left backs, 3 centre backs, and 1 right back. So we're going to have no option but to go full strength tonight in that backline area because we can't really rest. To be honest, we probably can go with like a Lucky at centre back. We could probably drop someone else in there as well because I can't lie. If Gomez goes down tonight, oh man, I'm petrified. That game is going to be like an heart attack for me because if we genuinely pick up an injury now at centre back, we are genuinely, and I mean this, fucked. Because who else are we going to have at centre back? Real talk, who else are we going to have at centre back? We are genuinely be screwed. Robertson at Frimpong at wings. I mean, again, we have no options really. We have no options. I'm trying to think. Maybe we go Jones right back because we need to keep someone like a Frimpong fit, and then we put someone else in midfield. I think we're gonna have to, ultimately because we're playing Barnsley for God's sakes. Like we shouldn't need this starting 11 to beat fucking Barnsley. Yeah. So I think you might see a few. Like you're telling me we can't go Calvin Ramsey at right back. Why can't we go Calvin Ramsey at right back? Like you're telling me we can't go him. He had a very good game against Crystal Palace in the League Cup a few months ago. Losing 3-0 at home. He was our best player on the pitch. You're telling me, we can't ultimately go Ramsey at back. I'm trying to even think of other players. I mean, we couldn't drop in Kite Gordon. We couldn't drop in a Lucky as well. I don't want to see Nallo. I'm sorry. I think Nallo is shit. I know. I actually seen a few people that I'm sorry, he is shit. He got sent off in the game, and when has he ever really performed? Like, what we doing here? Like, we could easily go with someone in midfield, like I don't know, a Tommy Pillingham in midfield, for example. Calvin Ramsey at right back, look at centre back. Then you go full strength. You put your Mamadashvili's in. You put Van Dijk or Robertson with experience. You Neoni. Then you go maybe a Chiesa and then Gamo up front. Because I do think you can probably put 3 or 4 academy players in there and still be Barnsley at home. Matters is going through to the next in the cup. Like what we're doing here. New centre back surely and die. No, he's not going to be making his debut very much. Yeah, in my opinion. I know I don't want to see it because we should be resting Virgil van Dijk. We should be resting these players. Nalo may not make it. Nalo's shit. Like I said, he is crap. Like I said, some of the academy players play like a Tommy Pillingham in there. Put like a Kai Gordon, a Lucky in there. I actually rate this Lucky kid. I actually like the look of him a little bit when I've watched him a little bit in the academy. I know a few people rate him. I think he's 19, 20 years of age. So why not chuck him in? Go with 3, 4 academy players. Take a risk. Because if we take a risk and ultimately go with Van Dijk and Gomez and Frimpong and somehow one of them pulls up a hamstring, we're going to be sat here twiddling our thumbs, scratching our heads and think, shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see 2 left backs play because I remember we did that against Palace in the Cup. We went with Robertson and Kirkes. I don't want to see that because you're risking both left backs. And plus, with our defensive options, we're very short. I'll be honest, maybe we go with a back 3 just to try and protect the defenders a bit more and go with something different. And no disrespect to Barnsley, we should be beating you either way. If I'm being truly honest, so ultimately we should do that in my opinion. And then you go with Rio and Gamo and Chiesa up front. Exactly. Why risk Frimpong? Still looks solid. Why would you want to go with a solid team against Barnsley? We're not got fucking Man City. It's a risk. You're telling me we can't also risk a Dominic Szoboszlai? Obviously, this isn't the actual team. This is just a predicted 11. Yeah? But let's just say this was the team. Let's just pretend here for a minute. This is the team that plays tonight. Mamadashvili, cool. Robertson, fine. Van Dijk, no. I'm sorry, I'm resting him. I'm probably going. To be honest, you're going to have to play one of the senior centre backs because we're not going to go full academies at the back. So you're going to have to take your hits on one of them. You probably do go Van Dijk. I'm sorry, Gomez ain't playing. Or to be fair, he does need the minutes because he is going to have to start playing, isn't he? Oh, you probably have to take the risk, aren't you? Bring him off at 60 minutes. Frimpong, I'm sorry, play Calvin Ramsey. Trainioni, cool. Jones, cool. I'm sorry, I'm resting Szoboszlai. Engamoa, fine. Chiesa, fine. And Gakpo, we have no real other options. The likes of Jaden Dans, they're not even fit, so they're not even going to get a look in this game. So Ramsey right back, yeah. Virgil should be resting tonight. We will win the game. Nalo will make it with a slot. We'll play Szoboszlai right back. If you play Szoboszlai right back, I think it's an absolute massive risk. Kane Doherty as well. Dom should be given the night off and needs it. Fact, easy win. Yeah, it's all right saying it's easy win, mate. But if we play a strong team, I'm going to be mad. Canati and Gomez. You'll go Canati. And we can't go Canati and Gomez. I'm sorry. I know I might be overthinking it. But this is a league. This is an FA Cup game against fucking Barnsley. Barnsley. You're telling me we should be struggling? I go and play a Kai Gordon. I would go Kai Gordon on the right, Chiesa striker, and Gamoa left. And then if you need a bit of gunfire, you bring on a Gakpo. You go Lucky at centre back. I'm going to do my personal predicted 11. You know what? Let's do a predicted 11. Let's do a predicted 11. This is the 11 I want to see play tonight. So he's probably going to go 4-2-3-1. Okay, so Mamadashvili in goal. I think I want to see Calvin Ramsey at right back. Where is he? You probably go Virgil van Dijk. I want to see Lucky there. This is what I'm saying. Andy Robertson. Curtis Jones. I'm going to fill in all the easy gaps, yeah? Chiesa. Kai Gordon. Rio and Gamoa. What are we saying for these other two spots? I'm trying to think who I would have in there. Trainioni alongside with Jones in it. Trainioni. And then it's just this spot here. Who are we putting in? Because I'm not putting in Szoboszlai. I'm not putting in Szoboszlai there. I'm sorry. I'm resting and I'm keeping him fit. I'm keeping him fit. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Our second team should be beating Barnsley. We should be... Reacts, this is getting intense, getting a starting 11. Well, no, because I'm thinking about our players. Do you think we are going to play our first team side today? If we play our first team side today, mate, I'm going to be fuming, mate. Do you think we will win against Barnsley? We will. I think Will Wright as well. Will Wright! That's a shout, Ant. That is a shout. Maka, I think, will start. We can't be playing McAllister, man. He's fucking dead. No, not like that, obviously, but like he is literally on his knees. Nah, sorry. I'm going weak as possible. The only reason I'm having Van Dijk in there and Robertson is because you're gonna need some experience in the back line, isn't it? Who else is gonna start? Will Wright up top. Will Wright, yeah. Oh yeah, Will Wright, yeah. So you're telling me we're dropping Chiesa, so you might go Chiesa on the right then, because Kai Gordon might not get a sniff. So who are we playing in the 10? I'm not playing Vertsoro. I'm resting the team. We've got games coming up, chat. Would be brilliant if Will Wright got some minutes, yep. On knees. Pause. What's a pause? 23 of you in the building, man. Smash up the likes. Let's try and get to 30 likes if possible, man. Naoni. I've got Naoni already in the team. Naoni is already in the team. But I'm all about for this position here. Because I do think he'll go Mamadashvili. This back four here. These two in the mids. Either left, Bull right up top. And it's just here. Cody Gakpo. Kane Doherty. Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo in the fucking 10. Sorry? My man said put Cody Gakpo in the 10. What? My man said Cody Gakpo in the 10. Oh, yeah, I 100% agree. You know what? Fuck it. Go and stat pad. This is something I would like to see. Give some of the youngsters a chance. Give your Luckies. Give your Ramsey some minutes. Train Leone as well. His name is Oh my god, here we go. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else who I'd put in the 10. Gakpo in the 10 is embarrassing. I know, we can't be fucking Gakpo in the 10. What? Most is getting intense though. We can't be having Frimpong. No. Frimpong is not in the starting 11 for me. You know what? He might go. He might do this. He might. I reckon he might go Hugo Ekitike, you know, if he's back from injury. Is Hugo Ekitike back from injury? Hugo Ekitike. Let me see if he's... Hugo Ekitike is back into contention to start. Have you guys seen the tweets that Ekitike has been putting out, by the way? Absolute mad. Hugo Ekitike. Yeah, it looks like Ekitike is expected to be with the Liverpool squad tonight. If he throws him back in, I won't be surprised, you know. Slot will play Frimpong is for Chiesa in this lineup. I swear, if is Hugo fit? Yes, he is. You need Brian Bobby. Grow up. Yeah, can't be playing Gakpo in the 10. But I think this is an interesting team. He might go something like this. All I want to see is I want to see Trey in there. I want to see Ngamoa. I want to see Chiesa. The things I want to see is Ngamoa, Chiesa, Trey Leone, and I want to see our back four weak as possible. Because I'm sorry, people may say I'm overthinking it, but we've literally got 2 left backs, 3 centre backs, and one of them is going to have to be deployed as a right back. Joe Gomez will literally collapse. Like, he will literally collapse if he is having to fill 2 roles to the best of his ability. He will literally collapse. Like, he will literally walk into training one day and literally flop. Yeah, and just crumble like a piece of snow. Right? So we cannot be going Joe Gomez as a centre back and right back. He's going to have to take up whichever role, and he's going to have to ultimately take up right back because is Cameron Ramsey going to get opportunities at right back? No. Is he going to get games in Champions League? No. Is he going to get? He might get minutes off the bench in the Prem at most. At most. So I'm looking at it from that situation. Chiesa will somehow be on the bench. If he's on the bench, man, I'm going to be fuming. Mamardashvili, Ramsey, Gomez, Kanate, Robbo, Jones, Neely. To be the team. Yeah, but and you can't be going that strong, mate. Wait, reacts. You are losing tonight. I'm clipping this for when you flip flop after and you say you always knew they would lose. I'm literally saying I want to see a weak team. How is that me saying we're gonna lose? But yeah, Hugo Ekitike is fit. Wesley reacts themselves going top to top, you know. But no, I can't be seeing a strong team tonight, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see a strong team. If I'm being honest with you, big pressure on Slot though, man. He needs to get this right because if imagine somehow we failed to beat Barnsley. Oh my god, I am in deep trouble. Deep trouble. If we somehow lost to Barnsley, in the FA Cup. You've been seeing some mad rumours, by the way. Not rumours, sorry. You've been seeing some mad upsets this weekend. I mean, just look at some of the upsets this weekend. Let me type in FA Cup. I say upsets, but some of the teams that have gone out. Let's start from here. So Leicester's obviously through. Forest got knocked out to Wrexham. Wolves, I'm sorry, but that's an upset. Sorry, Wolves are crap. Millwall got dunked, you know. Fulham came back. Man City won. Bournemouth are out now. Watford got dunked 5-1. I was pretty sure those won a lot. Tottenham are out as well. You go to the next one. The Manchester United are out the competition now. Some of the big teams are slowly getting knocked out. Crystal Palace, we have to win. We have to win. According to FootMob, our injuries. I mean, Isak, we don't know when he's going to be back. I just think it's going to be a while. Bradley's out for the season, confirmed. Leone out for the season, not seeing him again. Ekitike is going to be back. I just don't know why he's sending it out. Bajcetic, honestly, I like Bajcetic, chat, but I can't now. I think we need to cash in on him this summer. I'm sorry, we haven't seen Bajcetic in this team for 3 years. How long do we give him? How old is he? He's going to be 22 this year. 22. How long do we give Bajcetic, man? Because we know he's a talented player, but how long do we give him? And obviously, Wataru Endo is, he's not back anytime soon. So, yeah. Draw at 6:30. Yeah, we are going to be live for the draw. The draw is before the game. Loss will be embarrassing. Listen, mate. If we lose tonight, I want everyone at the club fucking sacked, mate. You can't be losing to. Do you know how? Sorry, what league are Barnsley in? Barnsley. I think they're in League One. They're in League One. Barnsley. Where are Barnsley in the league? They're 17th, bro. If Barnsley are they're in 17th in League One. This is the biggest upset of the round if Barnsley beat Liverpool. This is bigger than Macclesfield beating Palace, in my opinion. I don't care. You can't be losing to fucking Barnsley. Barnsley are famous for their accent and a decent chippy in Barnsley. I've been to Barnsley once. There's a nice fish and chip shop there. They got and their accent's famous because it's quite strong in it. Other than that, who the fuck has heard of Barnsley? No, man, we can't be losing to these tonight, man. Listen, we lose to Barnsley, everyone at the club needs to be sacked immediately in the fucking tunnel. In the tunnel. Wesley can't even chat to Forest or Villa. The draw is before the match. Yep. Answer, you at the game tonight? We didn't lose yet, bro. Chill. I'm not saying we're losing, but I'm just saying if we lose. I don't think we're going to lose. I think we'll win 4-0, 3 or 4, 5-0. Clip it. If it's finished, if we lose. Who's Barnsley's dangerous players? Bro, who knows Barnsley, bro? Come on, man. Bloody Barnsley, Man United would lose to them. I know, man. Bloody Barnsley. Do you understand? Listen, we ain't losing to Barnsley. I don't know why I'm suddenly. You know what? I was confident we're going to slap them up tonight. It's going to be a nice, easy win. And now, for all of a sudden, there's stuff growing inside of me thinking, oh, no. I don't know what it is. I think it's because Man United get knocked out. Spurs. That Crystal Palace one isn't a Macclesfield. Also, the story of our season with the injuries we've had, the runs we've been on. This would generally be the cherry on the cake if we got knocked out to Barnsley. I don't care. We could play a bunch of under-19s, yeah, and I'll still win. Big game tonight, man. Big game tonight. Big game tonight. And obviously, the draw is beforehand. I think the draw's at 6:30, someone said. So, yeah. Big up to Mo Salah, by the way. He's got his semi-final in 2 days. Hopefully, Mo Salah can go on to ultimately win the trophy. That'll be good for him. You lost to Plymouth, and I think it's possible. True. What was our lineup for that Plymouth game? Plymouth. What was that lineup? What was the lineup we played for that game again? We played Kelleher, Gomez. Oh my god, Jim! I remember so many people in our fan base used to fucking hype this kid up. Bro, he's crap. Darwin Nunes, Simicast, Kwanzaa, Endo, Elliott, Chiesa, McConnell, Trainioni, Doherty, Lewis Diaz, Jota. Rest in peace, my boy, man. Yo, we actually played a strong team, didn't we? Yo. Yeah, we literally lost to Pieface FC. We literally lost to Pieface 23 FC. Big up to Pieface and that, but yeah. Mad thing. Known Champions League history. Watch us get knocked out somehow, win the Champions League, it'll be cinema. Honestly, I've got this weird feeling now. This is either gonna be amazing or there's gonna be something big. I've got something. I really do think we've got one more big thing that's gonna happen this season. Whether we do lose to Barnsley in the FA Cup or we go on to win the Champions League, I've had this weird feeling for a couple of weeks, that we're gonna have like this something big's gonna happen at the club this season in terms of a result. Whether we go on to win the Champions League or we do get knocked out to someone like a Barnsley in an FA Cup and we're in all in absolute meltdowns, emergency meetings, and that. But if we do lose, there will be more than an emergency meeting. I will be ringing. I will literally ring. I will literally ring the police on stream if we lose to fucking Barnsley, because there'd have to be some fucking arrests. Liverpool are so crap. They are losing tonight. These bottom tier teams are so resilient. Okay, mate. Standing Elise, July the 1st. I doubt it, mate. Going to win the UCL in what world, man? You lost to fucking PSV. Did you not hear what I just said? He's at winner in Budapest. We will be there. I mean, I don't know if you'll see Isaac again this season. I don't know if we will see Isaac again this season. If I'm being honest. Hey, but if we do, I'm gonna be happy in it because I want to see Isaac play. So yeah, we'll have to just ultimately wait and see in it. We'll have to wait and see on the situation. But big game, man. Big game. You know what? I'm locking in a score prediction for all the people that like to clip my content. 3-0 Liverpool. No, sod that. I'm going 4-0. There you go. You got even an extra piece of content. There you go. There you go for you, Wesley. Big up to you, mate. 5 likes for 30, chat. Let's try and get these likes up, man. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. It's very much appreciated. We're on that road. You won't even make top 8. Where is all the disillusion coming from? Now, I'm going to say this again one more time. I said I've got a weird feeling something big will happen this season, whether that is us losing to our Barnsley or us winning a Champions League. Next time, listen, mate. Why are you letting an Arsenal fan talk too much about it? It's just Wesley, though, innit? You gotta let Wesley's like that dog. You just won't shut up. Sometimes you just gotta let the dog bark, innit? Just gotta let the dog bark. Let me actually pull up the Champions League table because he wants to see it. Here we go. But yeah, we've got games coming thick and fast. Barring the Barnsley game, we've got a week and we don't play till Saturday. So yeah, we got so far we're unbeaten in 2026. And the bear in mind, tonight actually won't be a draw. There will either be a loss or a win. I've just remembered this game. Does it go straight to pens or is it extra time? Does it go extra or is it pens? Oh, I bet it's not pens straight away, you know. Oh, God. I don't think I could hack it if it went to penalties. I genuinely don't think I could hack it if this game genuinely went to penalties. Extra time. All right. Oh, man. No, I don't know why I'm overthinking it. We're slapping them 4-0. Cheers. Then we got Burnley. I do think we beat Burnley. I do. Marseille for me is the one I'm looking at. Like I'm looking at all our fixtures on this page. So our next 7 games. I'm sorry, but you've got to be coming out here with minimum 5 wins. I would draw to Man City. I never accept draws, but I would take a draw to Manchester City. Newcastle, you've got to win because it is literally a 6-pointer. It's literally a 6-pointer. Qarabag, you've got to go on and win. I'm sorry, Qarabag. Like, if you can't beat Qarabag, literally put your head in a fucking Tesco bag. Yeah? Bournemouth. Bournemouth, you don't know what Bournemouth you're going to get. Like, Bournemouth, they're such a mixed bag team. They're either going to show up and score 2 past Arsenal, and then next minute go and struggle to beat Tottenham in the last minute. They're either going to turn up and dunk on us, or that we're going to turn up and get a scrappy win. I remember last year's game was, I don't know how we won. That was one of my favourite, most impressive wins of last season when we won the league. When we won 2-0. Salah scored, didn't he? That day. I think did he score both? Scored both goals, and Cliver missed an absolute open goal. You couldn't get more open than that. But Marseille's going to be difficult. I can't lie. Marseille's going to be very difficult. The way that they play football, as well, you know, that's going to be difficult. And Burnley. So for me, in the next 7, I'm demanding a win tonight. You're not losing to Barnsley. I don't care. Burnley, you got to win. I think Marseille's even a must win. I know people say Marseille play good football. It's going to be a difficult game, but you look at the Champions League table, we've got no choice but to win. Sometimes you have no choice but to win. These games are football. Bournemouth, I'm sorry, you got to win. The only games I would take somewhat of a lesser result is potentially Manchester City. Newcastle, 6-pointer for the Champions League spots. Win. Qarabag, like I said, if you lose, put your head in a Tesco bag. Yeah. And then Bournemouth, you got to be winning these 2 here in particular as well. So Wesley PSG on a big club. Yes, it's going to extra time. Oh, they're talking about each other. So we've got some big games coming up, chat. Big games coming up, and we ultimately Liverpool Football Club have got to do the best of City, Paul. Listen, no, it's not like that for me. I know some fans who genuinely would let Liverpool drop 2 points, and man, there will probably be a Liverpool. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fucking fan out there, you know, that would let Man City win just so Arsenal can't win the league. I'm sorry, my team before anyone. No matter who. Like, for example, let's say Liverpool were playing Bournemouth, right? And they're going neck and neck with Everton for the league title, and it's like 2 games to go. Would I let Bournemouth beat us so Everton don't win the league? I don't know, you know. I could probably handle a loss to Bournemouth, but could I handle Everton winning a league title? Probably not. Everton have not won a trophy in my lifetime. I was born 10 years later after Everton won a trophy. Bro, touch wood. Hopefully Everton never win a trophy in my lifetime. Innit? Hopefully Everton never win a trophy in my lifetime. because my God, they would not shut up. Let's not fool ourselves. Slot still needs to go. No, 100% agree, my friends. Wesley, if you don't win the league, Wesley, if you do win the league, I will congratulate you. And what, you want Man City or Arsenal to win the league? I've been asked this question. I'll be honest. I don't really care. Who wins the league. Eventually Arsenal will win the league, and eventually Manchester City will win the league. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it. The only thing I don't like about Arsenal winning the league is having Mikel Arteta as the same league titles as Jurgen Klopp. I'm sorry, I just don't think I could hack it. City, for me, what happened with Connor? When was the last thing Everton won? They won was it the FA Cup? Or was it the league? It was the FA Cup. 1995. They won the yeah, they won the FA Cup. Yeah, they won the it was the FA Cup they won. They won the FA Cup. I genuinely think there's a world where Everton don't win it. I genuinely think there's a world where Everton will go on like a Newcastle drought and not win a trophy for like 70 years. Like that team is just. Do you think Everton are capable of going through knockout football? No, never. Sorry, but nah. Everton winning trophies. I've seen Liverpool win more trophies in a season than I've seen Everton win trophies. Mad. Absolute mad thing. Like they're crap, man. Everton trophy must be empty. They're actually a decently successful club, to be fair to Everton, but yeah. They don't realise what left the original Goodison Park. And I saw what is it they're doing to Goodison Park? Because I was reading the other day something about Goodison Park. Because the Everton ladies were meant to play there, and now don't the Everton ladies play at Hill Dickinson Stadium? So yeah, I'm kind of mad at that, innit? Kind of mad if I'm being honest. But no, we ultimately my club. You better not bottle it, man. You better not bottle it tonight. Get the job done. Get the points. Get into the next round. Simple as that. Hoodoo rumor being turned into houses or flats. You know what? As much as I don't like Everton, I've been lucky enough to go to Goodison Park once. I don't mind Goodison Park. It depends on where you sit, to be honest. If you sit on the upper tier at the front, you've got a decent view. But if you sit in the lower tier at the back, oh my God, yeah, good luck. Good luck. Upper tier in the away end, I don't think it's a bad viewing, in my opinion. Old school ground. However, the entrance into their away end is fucking shit. And also, don't be hanging around Everton at night. I'll tell you that now. Especially if you're a Liverpool fan. After a derby, you're basically asking for it. I hope Everton and Man U never win anything again. Don't we all, mate? Don't we all? Same for Chelsea, same for Arsenal. Of course, we'd love to all collect up the trophies, but we'll have to wait and see. But look, Barnsley tonight, we shouldn't overthink it. Ultimately, look, I'm expecting Liverpool to win, and I think we will win. I think we will win comfortably. I don't know why we need to all not overthink it. But listen, if we do somehow fucking lose the upset, then yeah, mad thing. I'm seeing a lot of predicted 11s, and everyone's going strong. Interesting. Virgil van Dijk has spoken ahead of the game. This is interesting. And then after this, I will react to a couple of clips to end off the stream. Let's all laugh at like United and that. We are going to react to Touchline's fan cam because he's been given. I remember he said they're going to win the FA Cup. Make no mistake, there will be a tough test for us. Sorry, I know it's all PR, but Barnsley should not be a tough test. Barnsley will be coming here with a lot of motivation. They have nothing to lose in many ways, and they will have a lot of fans behind them from the first whistle to the last. So we all have to be ready for a proper game. It doesn't matter what competition you play in or against which opponent. When you wear the Liverpool shirt, you're expected to perform to win. I agree. That is a responsibility we all take extremely seriously, and hopefully, we can give you guys plenty to shout about this evening. The road to Wembley starts here. See, quotes like that, that's what I want to see from my captain. Speak about winning trophies, speak about playing for the Liverpool shirt, and winning games. These are things I want to see as a captain because I think Virgil van Dijk has lacked them for some time, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I did the banner on Derby Day for my 21st was on Ale All's Day, 8 p.m. We lost 1-0 FA Cup at Goodison. Looks like Verts is in the squad. He's posted on his Instagram. Yep, I have seen that. But that's why I put Verts in the starting 11. Ultimately, that's what I think. But should we react to a couple of clips? Man United out the FA Cup. Reactions. We gotta react to some of them. We gotta laugh. Manchester United gutted. Fans react to Manchester United 1-2. Which one should we react to? Are these like match reactions? There's actually a few. Fuck it, we'll whack this one on. Let's get this up. Let's react to this. No one cares. Yeah, imagine not being in the FA Cup. I remember when Touchline said Delo starts for Liverpool. Oh, Flying Pig's funny as fuck. Paul defending from United. Shock.
To make the team up. said Mount for it.
He's doing all right, mate. Man said jump off. Hey, Mo Salah dunks on your head. Are you forgetting him, bro? He owns you, bro. Smash up the likes, chat. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, bro, what the fuck was that? Bro, what? Ugh. Do you know what that reminds me of? Oh my god, what's that Tottenham fan called? Oh my god. One of the most pathetic outrages. I think it's Henry Talks Football, isn't it? Henry Talks Football. Oh, when did he do it? It was, I think it was Liverpool versus Tottenham, wasn't it? Was it Liverpool Tottenham? This is it, I think. Fucking adverts. Where is it? Watch this. Watch this. Oh. Bro, Bro, you couldn't get more fucking acting than this shit out of EastEnders, bro. Watch this. Watch this. Do you know what? It's the fact that the chair makes no sound. Do you know he's definitely got a fucking mattress underneath it? You know he has, bro. Because there's no way a chair makes this sort of noise. Do you know what? Do you know what? Oh my god. Oh, fans like them, bro. Oh god. No, you can't help but fucking laugh. You can't help but laugh. You literally can't help but laugh. Alex talk football in Ineos and Glazers. Get out my club. Big up the flying pig. 20-minute meltdown, you know. Big up troops. Who else has done Marc would get me done for copyright, innit? Can't be reacting to him, bruv. Sad. Carrick in. What's next then? I thought you was winning the FA Cup, mate. I thought you was winning the FA Cup. You know what? Let me click on his video and let me hit him a like. We'll give him a like. Yeah, I thought you was winning the FA Cup because they were ultimately your words. You said we are winning a trophy this season. We are winning more trophies than Liverpool this season. Look, we might not win a trophy this season, but ultimately, we still got a chance. Still got a chance. When you're at the third round, you've only played 40 games this season, mate. 40 games, you know. You've played the exact. Wolves are going to play more games than Manchester United this season. Bro, Wolves are going to play more games than Manchester United this season. Just saying, kid. Just saying. So yeah, you can hold that expeditiously, mate. Big up to yourself though, bro. You know what? What about? Wait, where was it? What's that channel called? Fan Reactions FC. Fan Reactions FC. What have they been posting? Arsenal fans deflated. Oh, that's a Spurs, isn't it? Spurs fans fuming. Spurs 1, Liverpool 2. Aston Villa 2, sorry. Norwich scarves out. Yeah, exactly, man. Get your Norwich scarves out. I thought it's all going well. To be honest, I actually think Man United will actually get slightly better once they get their players back. But right now, yeah, they can hold that. Wolves Football Club are going to play more games than United this season. Man United will only play 40 games. They got knocked out against Grimsby in the cup. Did Man United get knocked out in round 2 as well? I didn't even make it to the regular rounds. Round 2. Round 2 in the League Cup. And you got man trying to chat to me. Yeah, I know my club's banterous right now, but at least my team somewhat wins trophies, isn't it? At least we're the Premier League champions. You're out here getting knocked out in round 2, and you're now out of the FA Cup, and Wolves Football Club are now going to have to have played more games than you. So I know who I would rather be. Do you know what I mean? I know who I would rather be, and I'd rather be Liverpool Football Club right now. Guehi plays in a 3, very tall. Yeah, not off that. The Glazers 100% support us. If any of our fans who feel sorry for that lot don't have mock-ups up for it as years, it's criminal. We lost to them. Man, it actually pains me that we still lost to them. It actually pisses me off that we still lost to them, but what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you damn right do? Big up to everybody in the building, though. But yeah, game tonight, Barnsley. We will be live for the team news and the FA Cup 4th round draw, which I fully expect us to be in. Once we beat Barnsley tonight. Who is live that we can redirect to? Who is live? Anyone live? Is anybody? You know what? We'll just redirect to the FA Cup stream tonight. So yeah, chat. We're going to be going live at 6 o'clock for the FA Cup draw. Also reacting to the official Liverpool team news, as well as all that comes in. So yeah, good hour and a half stream, man. Enjoyed it. Chatted about obviously the Guehi situation a little bit. You know, the game tonight. It's important that we don't ultimately bottle it. I don't think we will. But yeah, we gotta get the business done, innit? We gotta get the business done. And yeah, man, thank everyone so much for watching. We will be live for the FA Cup draw and then the match reaction straight after the game as well. Reacting to the game, and hopefully Liverpool will be in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and hopefully we will have somewhat of an easy tie again. You know, because this is one of the competitions I do think we can actually win again with some of the teams that have been already knocked out. I look at the teams that can actually beat us. I know it's FA Cup and anything can happen, but the teams that I think, if we was to play Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, they're the difficult teams. For me, that will be interesting and difficult. But other than that, I'm trying to think. Aston Villa as well. You probably put in that. Yeah, definitely put Aston Villa in that mix. Trying to think who else has gone through. Really, certainly them four. I think we're one of the top 5 favourites. So, and we should be aiming to win this competition because Liverpool should be on way more than 8 FA Cups. I love the FA Cup, man. I've only seen us win it once in our lifetime, so hopefully we can go on to win it because I do think it's a trophy that is possible and very much achievable to go and win. So hopefully the Reds can get through tonight, and hopefully we'll get like an easy draw, and then we get into the 5th round, and then once you get past the 5th round, that's the quarterfinals, I believe, the 5th round. And then because it goes the 4th round in February, and then the quarterfinals are in March. Then it's the semis final, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully we will be in the next round of the FA Cup. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. We're going to redirect to that stream. Make sure you smash a like on that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all very much later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Up the Reds. I'm going 4-0 tonight. Take care. Peace.